Hey y'all, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekend vibe reading. This isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy is fluid. The energy could be vice versa or interchangeable. And like I always, say and really stress is know your energy, know where you're at within the energy, and also, know your story. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. And, all readings may not be for you, so, and that's fine. As I'm recording this, it is September 18th. We have Sun in Virgo, Moon is in Libra. Mercury did move into, I said Moon in Libra, Moon in Leo, excuse me. Mercury moved into Libra, was what I meant to say. We are having the Moon and Venus conjunction, as Venus is also in Leo. But yeah, everything else is still where it's been. So yeah, we're gonna jump right on in. I'm gonna be starting out with the mixed emotions deck, and then I will be using the wisdom of the oracle. But let's see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend. We are going to have the Virgo new moon solar eclipse. So it'll probably, be the weekly reading this week, because it takes place at, I believe, 28 or 29 degrees. So I'll do that, reading as we get closer to that solar eclipse. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Can I get one more, please? So let's see. So, bottom of the deck we have, discouraged. And it says dispirited, disheartened, and deterred. And so this could be your energy or the energy of someone you're, connected to. Or just the energy. I feel like whoever is in this energy, they're just, feeling like almost really down. It could be in regards to a, situation and or circumstance. But it's almost like, yeah, someone, could be feeling like they just don't want to do anything. Up under that, we have irritated, which says annoyed, aggravated, and bothered. And then we have angry, which says mad, furious, and enraged. And then we have receptive, which says open, welcoming, and accepting. And then we have bored, which says uninterested, apathetic, and jaded. And I was already feeling like that bored energy coming off of this discouraged card. But what I just heard was it's not coming. Like something, I don't know if someone is waiting for something, but this irritated and angry feels like whoever's in this energy is wondering like why. Like it's almost like the energy of like giving up hope that, you know, whatever they were expecting is not coming. No matter what it is. Because I'm getting like also like the energy with this board of waiting for something. Someone could just be in this angry and irritated energy, waiting, you know, or wanting to like almost like wanting something happy. Like I almost feel like wanting happiness to like come upon them. And I know for me, like happiness is a mind state. Happiness is something you choose. It's not something that is like you can just give out to, you know, people. If you want to be happy, be happy. Like, and I know that, you know, that's, I don't know. It's easier said than done for, you know, most people, but you have to choose it. And once you choose it, it's almost like you have to be it. So it's not anything that can, you know, like almost, you know, fall out of the sky and into your lap or, you know, whatever the case may be, but you just have to be it. But it's almost like someone is like, there's like a lack of motivation. There's like almost like a sulky, dull energy that I'm feeling with whoever is in this energy right now. And then on top of it, like they're angry about it. Like I feel like whoever this is could be like very moody right now. Or like just in a funk. So let's see what comes out. How's the collective feeling? Because that was just up underneath. You know, like what's not being seen. But how's the collective feeling as it pertains to the energy and this weekend? So we have two coming out, and I feel like going like this, like separating them. We have afraid, it says fearful, scared, or terrified, but then we have comforted, which says reassured, consoled, and nourished, and my guides are telling me to do that, so we're gonna do that. Separate these two energies. You could be one or you could be both. Off of the afraid energy, what I'm feeling is like being afraid of, you know, the unknown, the uncertain. Feels like there's a lot of uncertainty. Yeah. We have embarrassed at the bottom. Someone could be feeling, you know, like it says self-conscious, awkward, and exposed. Yeah, there could be a fear of exposure, or like, what are you saying, Spirit? Need to. Okay, because I'm hearing need to. So not saying that someone needs to, you know, be afraid of being exposed, but it's almost like someone needs to get comfortable, like almost in their own skin, and they're afraid of, you know, being seen. Yeah, most certainly. Vulnerable coming out up under embarrassed, and then ashamed. It almost makes me feel like someone needs to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And whoever's in this energy, they're in that afraid energy. And if you're, you know, if you're comfortable already in the comfortable, you're gonna, you're gonna like basically be in this comforted energy for this weekend. Because there's almost like you're not afraid of being like, you don't have anything to hide. You're not afraid of being this open and vulnerable energy. Like, it's almost like I feel like if you're in this comforted energy, you don't have anything to be, embarrassed or ashamed about. Um, and if that's the case for you, for some of you, it's almost like with the creativity and encourage, it's almost like, yeah, spirit is rooting you on. Like, yeah, this is it. It almost makes you feel like this is what you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to, like in a way, like hide yourself, hide who you are, what you are. You're supposed to, enjoy that. You're not supposed to feel like ashamed or, this afraid energy of being, possibly exposed or, like, because when you're in the energy of being who you are and what you are and confident in what you do, no one can have, power over you. Where, like, it makes me feel like whoever is in this, afraid energy, they could almost be feeling like I don't know, whatever's coming out or maybe coming out this weekend, like they feel like they don't have any control over it. Especially with the surprise card here, which is the Tower. So it's like they're desperately like trying to. Yeah, I feel like someone's trying to like stop something, whether it's something coming out or them being seen a certain way. Like, I don't know, it feels weird. It makes me feel like saying, if it's not you or if it wasn't you, then stop being something that you're not. Like, it's just like, I don't know. To me, it's very simple. um, yeah, we have the resentful card coming out, and it says indignant, offended, and bitter. Let's go with this afraid card. Then we have worried at the bottom. I don't know. Someone could be like afraid of a person. I always get like a Queen of Swords reverse energy off of this resentful energy. Can I get one more to go with this afraid? Like, you're afraid of what someone might say. Or them you. Like, I don't know. This feels weird. Can I get one more to go with this afraid? One more to go with afraid, please. Yeah. Too many. I'll take the first one that came out, which is hopeless. Yeah. As it almost feels like if there's an energy here that's dealing with like an outside energy, it's the outside energy, because I'm hearing it's them. It's them. They're dealing with or could be dealing with like another energy who is like almost making them afraid to, like, I feel like someone walking away from something. Like almost the energy of like, whether it's a friend, a family member, a lover, an associate, someone at work, like saying, like almost trying to discourage this person, almost trying to put fear in them. So like they feel this hopeless energy, but it's actually the hopeless energy that the person who's trying to make someone else feel hopeless, that's their energy. Like this is someone who will be like, oh, that ain't that whatever, or how can I say it? Like, yeah, I feel like, and that, okay, thank you, Spirit. That's why that discouraged energy came up. Yeah, because I feel like someone is like telling somebody, like, yeah, that job, that person, it ain't gonna work out. They don't want you. You're not good enough. What? Like, nah. Don't whoever is in this energy. Don't let whoever this is that's obviously feeling like, even if they may not be showing it but saying it, they're afraid for themselves. Yeah, because they're afraid that you're gonna relieve yourself of them. Like, yeah, relieve yourself of this person, because you don't need nobody that is trying to make you fearful of something, because they're afraid of you walking away or leaving them behind, whatever the case may be. Like it's 2025 now. Like if people are still out here trying to guilt trip people, like grow up. Grow up for real. Like who does that? Somebody wants to leave, they could leave, whether it's a relationship, a job, a family, what, bye. Nah, because then that means that you have to do for yourself, right? Miss me with that. Like that's crazy. I don't know. I don't like that. Give me one for discomforted, please. Comforted. Why is comforted here for the collective as it pertains to the energy for this weekend? Comforted. Yeah. Exactly. Like, yeah, if you're seeking comfort, if you're in a situation that's just very uncomfortable for you and you can't get comfortable there, leave. Follow your heart. We have encouraged with passionate at the bottom. And yeah, like I said, like somebody is trying to make, like, either trying to guilt trip somebody with the guilty and unfulfilled, like wanting them to stay like in a low state. Absolutely fucking not. No. For some of you, if you're in this energy and you're dealing with someone like that, you are being encouraged to, like, for some of you, like, honestly, what I'm feeling is to, like, go somewhere safe. Because now this energy is coming through as, like, the Nine of Swords, this afraid. Like, you're somewhere where you can't sleep. You're, like, conscious, like, constantly anxious. Oh, no. Can I get one more, please? Then we have lonely. Yeah, for some of you, you need to find, like, for one, a safe space or place. Because I feel like, yeah, if you're feeling like this, you don't feel safe, for one. Or if you're dealing with somebody like this, like, you need to get somewhere where you're not feeling like alone, but you're surrounded by people. And this doesn't just have to be one person over here. This could be like many people. Like, it doesn't have to be one person. But it's almost like, yeah, you're like, you're being encouraged. It almost feels like by spirit to, like, stop wasting your time in situations where you feel lonely. Go somewhere where you're able to, or surround yourself with people that, like, reassure you, that let you know, like, yo, you know what, it's okay. Go where you have some support, because whoever's in this energy clearly doesn't support you. They're worried more about stopping you from doing or going or being who and what you are. they're not concerned about that. They don't care about that. They only care about what it means for them if you do that. And it feels like you're just wasting time, honestly, with this bored energy. Feels like you're wasting time. What's going on? What's going on? Can I get one more? Alright, so bottom of the deck we have Unfinished Symphony. Yeah, this is just making me feel like, again, your time is up. There's something that, you could have possibly started, whatever that is, prior to this, that it almost feels like it needs to be finished with the Unfinished Symphony. Like, I want to say I got that in the last reading, like you're needed somewhere else or elsewhere than where you're at right now. Up under that we have Poised, and then we have Regeneration with Here and Now. Yeah, for some of you, yeah, and it's almost like with this energy coming out, this Unfinished Symphony, Poised, and Regeneration, it's almost like for some of you, you know that you need to, like, there's something that you either want to or need to see through for yourself. But it almost feels like with this Poised and Regeneration energy here that, like, it's almost like the energy of being afraid of change. But it's almost like the cards are saying, like, it's time to be present. Be in the here and now. Like, here, right now, in this moment, what would, like, basically alleviate you from this energy so that you can get into this energy. So that you can go from afraid to comforted. So that you can align yourself with, people that actually, support you. Possibly that, reassure you or, like, reinforce what it is that, you value in having, a friendship, a relationship. Like, it feels like you're around or surrounded by people, a place, or things that don't have your best interests at heart. At all. And it's because they're feeling hopeless and afraid. It's almost like they're projecting that onto you. And what I'm also feeling is, like, for some of you, like, if this is not all your energy, like if this is one energy and then this is your energy, like, how can I say this? Like, it's almost like with the Encouraged and the Lonely card, like, the spirit is encouraging this person to, like, I don't know, to either come towards you or to, like, reach out something. Because then up under that we have co-create. Yeah, so that's like it almost feels like the Three of Pentacles, working with, people that are of, like minds, same values. where this lonely energy doesn't exist. I'm hearing it's time for a change of scenery. I can't even get the cards out. Get the words out, rather. Oh my God. And I felt this too, the message in the bottle. Which can, be what it literally is, a message in a bottle. I feel like the energy is moving forward. So if this is an energy, let's say for you as the watcher, this would be your energy over here. Or, put it where it goes for you, but I'm going to read it that way because that's how it feels to me. I don't know, but that's just how it feels to me. I don't know who's watching. But it feels like, especially with the energy moving this way, someone is coming out of this afraid and comforted energy. Like I said before, and I hope I don't confuse anybody, whoever, even if this is you that's in this afraid energy, you're dealing with people or a person or a situation that is basically just trying to like it almost feels like fear monger you to stop you from moving forward, as plain as I can put it. And with this message in the bottle, and I can feel the energy moving this way. Either there's someone that you can, reach out to, or that you want to reach out to, that would, it almost feels like bring you a sense of peace. Or if it's not another person, it's like you need to do this anyway so that you can get situated in yourself. Because I feel like saying you're not yourself right now. Now, for others of you, if you are resonating as this comforted energy, this energy, it feels like they, like I said, could be reaching out to you, could be, via phone, message, whatever the case may be. I feel like saying there's because I was about to say it's almost like you're coming through as like a pick me up for this person, and they may literally say can you pick me up? Let me read this message in the bottle before we get too ahead of ourselves here. What is it, 15? Okay. So it says, message in a bottle. The essential meanings: communication, a sign, a Kledon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle's message: Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, or a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you and the reply is favorable. The relationship message: you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. The prosperity message: you are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. The protection message. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interests at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. And the protection message is, normally when the cards comes out reversed, but I don't, all of my cards are upright unless they come out that way. But I always read the protection message just because someone may need it. So let's see what's at the bottom. Oh. Spirit. Bottom of the deck is by the book. And that makes me feel like for some of you, you are being led like in the right direction. For some of you, I feel like, again, if you're resonating as the watcher with this comforted energy, something is being like, I feel like something or someone is being led to you. Yeah. Then we have chop wood. They're letting go of like because by the book I get two, interpretations off of it intuitively. One is, like I said, being led, but also by the book could mean like someone doing, like almost like an energy of being stuck in a routine or a pattern as well. So with the chop wood here, it's almost like, getting rid of, or breaking some type of routine or habit, or, doing things as they normally would, which would be to just like stay in this energy here and not do it. But it feels like whoever is in this afraid energy, they are, like it almost feels like they're ready to just let shit go. And then letting shit go, they'll actually, oh my gosh, Spirit, they actually see why it was necessary. Because then look what happens. Look where they're being led. Milk and honey. Like I can't make this shit up. And it is, for confirmation, a masculine energy who is, this yang energy is masculine for one. It's fire energy, but it's almost like they're being led to, show, or how can I say this? They're being led and shown to how, you create your own peace, you create your own happiness, you can create your own sadness, you can create, like, you are the creator. So if this peace is what you seek, you have to create it. If you can't create peace in this, where you're at and being in the same energy, something has to change. Peace can't dwell where there's hopelessness and, fear. Wow. I don't even know what tarot deck I want to use. Oh, here we go. I haven't used this in a minute. But we're going to use the Psychic Tarot. Let's see. Look. 6 of Swords. What's going on, Spirit? Transformation, that change. Oof. And then the Ace of Wands. Come through, Spirit. What's going on? Yeah, whoever's in this energy over here, they're like, it almost feels like either they're worried about what someone has to say or people have to say, or it's almost like things that people have already said or a person has already said to this person. That is almost like they're holding on to it, and it's affecting, you know, like how they feel about themselves and what they're, you know, what they can do, or, you know, either way, I just don't like that, because nobody should be discouraging anybody just because at the root of it you feel discouraged. I'm kind of like, that's whack. It's whack all the way around. I don't know what else to say. That's corny, actually. Can I get one more? Alright, so bottom of the deck we have, again, the Six of Swords. Not again at the bottom of the deck, just that it's showing it, so it showed in the split. But this is, you know, it is an energy of moving on. It's indicative of travel. It's getting, you know, going from chaos to calm. Especially coming after the Five of Swords, which is, you know, mind games, manipulation. You know, the energy of, you know, needing to win at all costs. It's, excuse me, leaving that behind. And almost like with the victory and success, which is like the Six of Wands, it's like going where you're being called, like, in a way. But also it's an energy of, you know, it says victory and success, but it's, you know, moving. I don't want to use that word. It is a card of, like, you know, encouragement. But that's not the word I was looking for. It is a card of, like, overcoming. Because then we have the Five of Pentacles, which it says financial and material changes, but it's also looked at as like a lack thereof. And it really is like with the Ace of Cups, love begins. Like the energy of moving out of situations where there really is just like, the simplest way I can say it is like there's a lack of love, there's a lack of care, there's a lack of, you know, like there's no feeling. So it's almost like a lack of life. Like there's no life without water. Water is essential. And it's almost like, especially with the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords here, it's almost like someone is, you know, really, because it says recognition and reward. Someone is really seeing and realizing like the illusion, the deception of who or what or where they've been like collaborating and working with others or another. Yeah, because then we have the throat chakra and the Judgment card, which says truth in this deck. But it makes me feel like, yeah, someone may even be like, you know, exercising their throat chakra this weekend, and, you know, letting somebody know, like, I can't, like, it's almost like either they're saying it to themselves, like, I can't, you know, keep I don't know why it's coming out like this, but I know why, because Mercury is in Libra, and the energy is very direct, but it almost needs to be that way. And it feels like, like I need to say it this way because, like, I don't know who needs to hear it like this, but and I know, like, I've been told that, just in my personal life, like, people tell me, like, I can speak very harshly, but it's not, ill intended, or it doesn't, it comes out of love. So pardon me. I'm just like, I'm a very direct person, so it almost comes naturally to me. But I can feel like the energy, like this message has to come out this way, and it's not to, shame or, make anyone feel bad. That's never, ever, ever my intention. But like I said, it feels like it needs to come out this way. But it's almost like realizing, like, you've been being fake with yourself, or you haven't, like, I've been saying it the whole reading, like, whoever this is, they're not being themselves. And it's almost like you can't, like, there's no more space, there's no more time for that in the time that we are in right now, because the price for that is heavy. It's heavy, and I could even feel it here. Like, it's almost like the energy of, like, not wanting to be a part of the circus anymore. And I understand it. I just was, just a person who was never a part of the circus to begin with. So, but I get it. I understand it. So, but I feel like whoever's in this energy, like, they can't do it no more because it's not real. So there's not going to be any real love. There's not going to be any real care. There's not going to be any real support if you're not being yourself, and then you're surrounded by people who really aren't themselves either. Like, genuineness is hard to, come by. It's very rare today. You're almost looked at as, like, like a fucking alien if you're, somebody that cares about someone, like, that truly cares about someone. You're looked at crazy if you love someone. You're looked at as weird as if, you tell them that. They look at you like, what's wrong with you? And that's what? That shouldn't happen. But it's because people don't know real love. So because they're being fake or not being themselves, they expect you to be that way too. And it's almost like, no, that's you not even being you. So what would make you think that I'm not being me just because you're not being you? That's no. Everybody's not like that. But this is how it feels. Like, there's no real conversations. There's no real energy exchange. Everything is like, it almost feels fake. Or not, of your true nature. And then if you add on top of it, like, you're being surrounded by people that put their shit on YouTube, what? Oh, no. Nah. Just because they don't love themselves and they feel like they can't have something, like, what? No. Like, pardon me, y'all, but it's just like, it's funny, but and I'm not laughing because it's humorous, but it's just like, what, like, I don't understand what people be thinking sometimes. And there's no judgment. Everybody has their own mind. But it's almost like, what are you, like, listening to the shit that, like, that comes out of your mouth? Like, are you thinking it through? Like, that's how my reaction, like, I just sit back and observe, honestly. So can I get one for this afraid, resentful, and hopeless energy? Because for some of you, like, this could even be like a parent, a mother or a father, that, does this to, and like, their grown children, like, try to guilt trip them, or, like, what? No, absolutely not. Yeah, see, here's that peace coming up again. And like I said, for some of you, it's like you're trying to create peace in a place where there really is, like, you can't. It's not able to be cultivated in this energy. Because you're like, you have to do too much work with the Nine of Wands. And for some of you, you're afraid of what it might mean if you decide to like stand up to these people, this person, whoever it is, or in this situation. There's fear there. But you also need to have courage as well to like say like no. With the strength card here, which says power. What else is going on, Spirit? Can I get one more for this afraid, resentful? As there needs to be a break from this energy with this rest and rejuvenate as well. Yes. And we have the Four of Wands coming out. Yeah, see, definitely something needs to change. This can be, you know, going on within a home, because that's what the Four of Wands could represent. But it's almost just like, yeah, for some of you, it's a family. Like, you need to break away from, you know, family. And I'm not saying that, like, indefinitely, but for right now, yeah, like, you need to take, like, something needs to change. Yeah. With the transformation, which is the death card, and then we have the Hierophant, which is wisdom, and then we have the truth. Look at all these majors, which is judgment, and then we have hope, which is the star, and sacrifice, which is the hangman. Yeah, because it's almost like you're putting your dreams, your, you know, whatever it is that you want to do, or how you even want to be, what's valuable to you, you're putting that on hold for the sake of keeping the peace. For some of you, it's like having somewhere to, you know, live or stay, but nothing is worth you, like, your spirit just being completely, like, stepped on. I'll get one more, and then we'll move over to this comforted energy, because this energy over here, Can I get one more, please, Spirit, to go with this Four of Swords and the Four of Wands? Can I get one more, please? One more, please, Spirit. Yep. I can't. Look. Yeah, it's time to leave this behind. It's time to move on. It's time to, you know, get to more calmer waters. For some of you, that's, you know, it's physically, yeah. You're being called somewhere else. To go somewhere else. To move in a different direction. Again, bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. Both cards of movement, both cards of travel. Sixes and fours could be significant. Let's look at this comforted energy. Can I get one for the comforted, encouraged, and lonely? Ooh, too many, Spirit. Comforted, encouraged, and lonely. The Fool wants to come out. Oh, I love it. The World, which is the universe in this deck, which speaks to endings and new beginnings. Yeah, so for some of you, you know, you're being encouraged to do that. And then, like I said, like for a lot of you, I feel like this is the energy of like just one person who is trying to get from this afraid to this comforted. But for some of you, I also feel like you are in this comfort energy for this person. Like, to, it almost feels like they may be coming back around. Spirit could be guiding them towards you. Like I said, I feel like you're being used, as not used in that way, but it's almost like spirit is using you as like a pick me up for this person. More confirmation of the communication. We have the Eight of Wands, but for some of them, they're being guided to either reach out, because the Eight of Wands could be communication, but it could also be travel. Yeah. And then we have, look, the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity of, a fresh start. It's normally looked at as like a clean slate, or it can be looked at as, planting, a seed. It could also be like, like I almost feel it as like information. It could even be spiritual information that's coming to, help you get almost planted somewhere else. Where you're able to, reciprocate, or be in like an energy of reciprocity, where you don't have to be afraid, and where with the Empress there's someone that's like that has the capacity to support you, to be nurturing. Things can grow with this person if it's a feminine energy. Like they're able to sustain. Can I get another one, please? Can I get another one, please, for this comforted, encouraged, and lonely? Yeah, see? Yeah, it's going to put an end to the suffering that this person is going through. Like I said, I felt that afraid was feeling like this Nine of Swords. I feel like they're seeking this comforted energy. Yeah. They could be stuck, with the devil at the bottom. Just feeling, real stuck and limited. Now, I will say for some of you, if you're on the receiving end of this, like this person coming towards you, use your discernment. Use your discernment. I'm not saying that they're coming with bad intentions, but if this is someone that, like, from your past, that you've been like you haven't dealt with, or possibly maybe even haven't heard from, just use your discernment, because not for nothing with with this card, it does say temptation. And we all know what that means, so just tread lightly, because this is like someone, people always want to come back to something or someone when they're going through it, but wow, everything is good, like you don't exist. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Like, oh, you only want to deal with me when shit is fucked up for you. Nah, because that means that you trying to come and fuck shit up for me. No. I'm good. But, and I'm not saying that, but sometimes people be on that bullshit. So, all I can say, as you know, just as the reader interpreting this message, use your discernment. This person could just be, wanting to, get out of a situation that, really is not good for them. They could be biting, oh God, fighting, or I hope nobody's biting nobody. They could be fighting, some type of addiction, but that's not to say that you can't, help them, but they have to want to help themselves. They have to want to change before you can help them. So just use your discernment. Can I get one more, please? Too many. Yes, like I said, use your discernment. We have the crown chakra coming out. I'm going to get one more since this is a chakra card coming out. But yeah, just use your discernment. Use your discernment. Because then we have the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Wands again. Can I get one more, please? Because with the Crown Chakra card, what I'm really feeling is like what I've already said. Is just like use your discernment. Ooh, too many, Spirit. And then we have victory and success. Because this person could just be looking for a way out because they're going through. And I'm not saying that like in a bad way. But it's almost like... if you wasn't in this bad way, would you be reaching out to me? Like, I need, I'm at least, like, I'm just saying, like, for me, like, I'm at the point in my life, like, don't call me when shit is going bad. Call me when shit is going good, too. But when shit is going good, I'm out of sight, out of mind. So I don't know if I could have that, same sympathy for people. And I know, like, some people may not like hearing that, but it is what it is. Like, people don't think about you when they live in life and things is good. They only want to think about you when you're, someone that, prove to be like who you are. So then they want to like try to come back around. And it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know how I feel about it for me, but just in these cards, like spirit, we make our own decisions. I'm trying to, help as much as I can in this message, but it's just like, and it's not even just like my personal feelings. This is what, like, the energy is here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because I'm not, it don't give me nothing. So what's the, like, I wouldn't even do that. That's not even in my character, in my nature, to do no shit like that. But I'm telling y'all like what it is. Like, just use your discernment. Cause like it could be like, and I would hate like someone to be in this energy, but they could just be, someone that's looking for attention, especially with the Six of Wands here, like trying to find a way to get attention because they're not getting the attention that they want. Like, do you really need help or do you want attention? Like, let me get one more. Can I get one more in regards to this energy? Because they could be stressed out just because they're not getting the attention that they want. They could be in this Nine of Swords, like thinking like it's the end of the fucking world, and it ain't even that deep, you know. Like, so that's, you know, I could see it from, you know, both sides. So that's how I'm gonna give it to y'all. Tell me about this Nine of Wands, or excuse me, Nine of Swords, Six of Wands, please. Spirit. See? Even spirit, like, it could go either way. I don't know. You have to just use your discernment and know your story, because the Five of Pentacles, it is an energy of, you know, feeling left out and abandoned. It's an energy of, you know, seeking, you know, shelter, or, you know, some type of support. But it's also like, the way that I can see this hand is like, someone could be coming in and, you know, just wanting to, you know, take as well. Like, yeah, so like, damn, Spirit. We have the Two of Pentacles here. Movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah, someone could just be using you like just to feel good, and you know, you don't use people for that. I don't know, y'all. Can I get one for this crown chakra? Too many. Ooh. The crown chakra. Still too many. Can I just get one, please, Spirit? And we get the Wheel of Fortune, right? Spirit is funny. We have the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. And, okay. So with this coming out with the crown chakra, I feel for the majority of you, it's not the situation I described. This person really, you know, could be or is going through, you know, like a tough time where, you know, like they literally, you know, may need help, and you're being used, or I hate using that word. They, you know, they could be reaching out to you. But it does feel very spiritually guided. I will say that. If that's the case for you. If it's not, I don't know. What I will say is never get bit by the same snake twice. That's what I'll say if it's regards to that other situation. But if this is someone who genuinely needs help, they've had like an awakening, especially with the crown chakra card. Like, it's time for them to grow with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's time for them to align. It makes me feel like saying with the Hermit, they've, you know, done or have been in this energy of solitude where they've, you know, did the work. They've done the soul searching. In a way, like, they've taken a time out to be introspective. And like the Hermit carries the star, there it is. They've, you know, like I said, they've woken up. But with the Two of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, it's almost like they just don't know how. Like, this is almost like the energy of someone having an awakening, getting, you know, to the point, or getting, you know, like the information, it almost feels like, but not knowing what to do with it. And for some of you, they could be coming to you for help, you know, or for assistance or guidance, and like, you know, like, what do I do now? Like, Not to say that you know how they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. They have to, figure out how to make something, how to make it work for them. Because that's what it is with the Two of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. They're just not sure, like, how to work through this now. And that's fine. But for others of you, like I said, you would be the star in that, and if that's the case for you. But for others of you, it's like someone is just looking for, like, a way out of a situation that I really, like, something that they've been in, and it's just like, I don't want, like, I can't say, like, I don't know, like, if it's as bad, like, I don't want to say it's not as bad as they're making it out to be, but you don't know. It makes me want to say for you, like, get more information, ask questions before you just, go all in. If this is someone that, like, you have a history with and you know, like, how they give it up, like, nah, you need things to be very clear and out in the open. It almost makes me feel like. But like I said, that's not for the majority of you. For the majority of you, whoever this is, they are, I almost feel like saying, like, they know what they need to do. So if they're taking the action to, like, come to you, then that's how you'll know. If they're, thank you, Spirit. Okay. If they're coming to you and being transparent, that's how you'll know. Where you don't even have to ask no questions. If they're forthright and being very transparent with you, that's how you'll know. Thank you, Spirit. Can I just get one? Can you show me the afraid energy? Who's in this energy? The afraid energy. I'm gonna do it like this. Because that'll let you know if they're being genuine or not. If they come to you and they're being transparent and laying it all out on the table, that'll let you know how you need to move. And can I get one? Can you show me this comforted energy? I will say the Seven of Swords was just at the bottom of the deck when this card came out. So, but I want to get this other one first. Can I get, can you show me who is in the comforted energy, please? We'll look at them after I get the guidance and advice. So what's the guidance and advice, Spirit, as it pertains to this weekend? For the collective. Ooh. We have the Thinker. And bottom of the deck we have Go the Distance, which is that Aries, like, full take a leap of faith energy. So let's see the Thinker. The bottom of the deck after this card came out for whoever's in the comforted energy was the Lovers. Remember that. Give me one for the Thinker, please. Oh. The Thinker. All right, so what is that? 44. So that's the outlook. Remember when I said fours? We got the 2 4s right here. So this thinker energy feels like it's definitely connected to this, whoever's in this energy over here. 44. 43. So it says the essential meaning is strategy, being analytical and logical. Hold on, I think I gotta speak. Excuse me. It didn't come out, but I thought I did. It might come up again. Okay. The Oracle's message: the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment, there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. It says, relationship message: love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. I like that. It says the prosperity message: calculated action is called for now. It is important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friend now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you are serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. And it says the protection message: you might be suffering from analysis paralysis. Thinking has its place, but trying to figure everything out logically is not going to work right now. Your conclusions will likely be faulty, and you may act upon false assumptions that will get you in a jam. Give your mind a rest. Do something creative, exercise, or meditate. Soon you will come to your senses, and an aha moment will bring new clarity. All right, so yes, we have the sacral chakra coming out for the thinker. And this is almost like saying, like, I almost feel like with the sacral chakra, it's almost like telling this person to, like, think outside the box. Think outside of the, the norm, the usual, the limits, or, the limitations, the boundaries and restrictions that you're used to. Think outside of that. Yep. And then the bottom of the deck, we have choose wisely. The 7 of Cups. With the Ace of Swords. I like this. You already know what to choose. You really just have to, like, take the action. It feels like, and as I say that, we have the Ace of Wands, which is like that yang energy. So, for who's in this afraid energy, we have the Temperance card coming out. And I feel like for whoever's in this energy, spirit is trying to like it almost feels like show you like, or bring you rather, like soothing so that you can get out of this. But it is going to require patience. I feel like this person could be used to being very impulsive. So it's almost like a pause that I'm feeling with this patience energy coming through. Because temperance is moderation. And it's also like an energy of, how can I say this? Like, you know what they're saying? They're saying don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's what this person could have done, or it could be like what they're doing. Like they're trying to see too far ahead before deciding to take, the action that they know they need to take. And temperance is like, slow down. You can't, or you like, it's not even that you can't, it's like you won't be able to know until you get there. Like, stop trying to have everything all figured out is what it makes me feel like for this person. Just know, like, where I'm guiding you, like the book said, it's not, I'm never going to lead you astray. And let's see the comforted energy. Yeah, we have the Five of Swords. I'm hearing gambled. So I'm feeling this two ways. I feel like because what I said when I asked this question was who's in this, comforted energy. And it is like, the way that I'm feeling it is like I've been feeling it the whole reading, like two ways. For one way, I feel like if this is all one person, it's almost like the energy of, like, how can I say this? Like, they did so much. Like, they did too much. So it's almost like this comfort energy is evading them. And if you're in this comfort energy, it's like you have people like feeling this way about you, feeling like it's almost like I should have never played with you. I should have never tried to play mind games with you, because it was almost like you were, how can I, like, I don't know how to say this, because these words they just don't encapsulate it. um it just makes me feel like, for some of you, being that you're in this confident energy, like you don't play, like you choose not to partake in that, needing to win at all costs, the energy of mind games, and like needing to feel like superior, or have like mind control over another person, or like in a way like dictate. Can I get another one, Spirit, for this Five of Swords? It's like you're good on that energy, is the best way that I can say it. Can I get one for this conflict and defeat? Because it doesn't go together. Like, yeah, I feel like this is how, like, even people could have even been trying to project this onto you. But it's like it's not sticking with the devil. It's not sticking. You don't play those games. And like I said, for some of them, in regards to you, they're like they tried it, and it's like they are in this Four of Cups energy because it didn't work. It didn't stick. It didn't work. Mm, mm, mm. It's almost like because they're like saying, yeah, your eyes are shut. You on this comforted card, you don't even acknowledge, you don't deal with, you don't. Yeah, it's like you just don't partake in this energy. You're not stuck. You're not bound. You're not in competition. You're not trying to win any. Like, you're just being you. Like, you're comfortable in your skin. Where you could have almost dealt with people or even this person trying to make you feel like you weren't like who you are. But you're comfortable in your whole being. This could have been, and for some of you, this could have been like someone coming back around that tried to get you to like, doubt yourself, make you not love yourself. But the love you have for yourself overrode this energy that was either trying to be pushed upon you or that someone was trying to get you stuck in. Nope. You love the skin you're in. Oh, okay. And we have the hangman at the bottom. Yep. And you weren't able, like, I don't know why. You didn't succumb to this energy, is what it makes me wanna say. So it almost has people or this person looking at you like in a way of like almost needing to or wanting to respect you, and like in a way with the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles give you your props. Because it's almost like you have, excuse me, they're correcting me, you have what they want. The 3 to the 8 is this 5. And like I said, for some of you, this is coming back up again for a reason. I don't know who needs it, but if this is someone like that it be on bullshit, they could just be coming in and trying to, disrupt your peace. So, again, use your discernment. I don't feel like you'll have a problem with it, but, I gotta let y'all know. But as always, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope that, this reading resonated for some of you. Ooh. And if not, it just wasn't your story, and that's fine. I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. I hope everyone is safe. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.